This is where we find ourselves. Perhaps you can identify with Habakkuk because you're wrestling with God and questioning and fighting for your faith. If you're alive, you'll deal with battles. I love what Brother Pete said to me this morning. We were talking about something in the back and actually in the front. And Brother Pete, I forgot what I asked you about something, and you said to me, dead people don't need to worry about things like that. You see, when you're alive, you're going to have problems. People just want to live without problems. When you go to heaven, you won't have any more problems. Come on, wave with me. When you go to heaven, you won't have any more problems. But if you're here, you're going to have problems. There's work to do. My father used to say, "Santa Zapadera." There's work to do. You're going to have problems. There are going to be trials. There are going to be battles. There's going to be suffering. There's going to be disease. Woo. You know what? There's even going to be death. They're a common part of daily experiences. Stand with me this morning. Jesus said in John chapter 16 and verse 33, and this is what I want to close with you this morning. Jesus brought his disciples together before his crucifixion, and he began to open up his heart to share with them some things that were to come. And you see, Jesus already knew the perception of the hearts of these men. He knew their strengths, and he knew their weaknesses. And you know, it's part of humanity that when difficulties come, especially after blessings, the enemy knows exactly when to attack people. It comes right after a blessing. When you and I are not ready for it, there's the attack. You see, when we're praying for something and the enemy's attacking, well, man, when we're involved in spiritual warfare already, he's going to have a fight on his hands. But when we find ourselves kind of celebrating a little bit and we're turning our back on the enemy, he attacks our life. Jesus knew this. Jesus explaining this to his disciple, and he talks to us this morning. He says, I've told you these things so that in me you would have peace. Where's peace going to come from? Lord, if you give me this answer, I'm going to have peace. No. Peace is not found in things. It's found in Jesus Christ. In this world, you will have trouble. That's right. He wasn't hiding anything. You're going to be attacked. But have faith. But trust me. But rise up. But don't let your heart be troubled. For I have overcome the world. Aren't you grateful that you serve a God, that you can ask all the questions inside your heart and know that he's already overcome them? Nothing will catch God by surprise as you break through this throne. Nothing will catch God to the point where he says, I'm not really sure that I can do this. I'm going to have to call around and see who can help us. No. We serve a God who has overcome the world. And this morning, all things are possible. Close your eyes, bow your heads with me as we look to the Lord this morning. If you're like me this morning, you might be in a position where you have questions. Remember what we said. If you're without question, when you see a need, and God places needs before us every day, then we're either disinterested or we're insincere. But when there is a need that God brings before us, God is bringing that, listen to me, God is bringing that need to our attention because he has an answer already prepared. And so this morning, family, maybe you're discouraged. You've asked God, like Habakkuk, how long? How long must I cry out and you don't hear? God, this morning, He's saying, take your eyes off the problem and put them on me. You see, He said to Moses, He said to Aaron, I am your portion. I love that part because every time I find myself in situations where I'm not sure what's going on, I remember those words that God said, I am your portion. Your portion is not found in this and that and everything else. I am fully your portion. This morning you might have questions. I pray that this morning you bring them over to the cross. For in the cross, every question is answered, for now and for eternity. In Jesus Christ, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. This morning we can come to Him who is the way, the truth, and if there's somebody this morning like me, my hand is up first, that might have a question, that you've been grappling God with, you've been wrestling God with this morning. God says,